with the custom.
The most interesting section is back here at the roof. When he moved this roof forward, and basically what he did was he chopped this off right in here, took this piece and this roof, cut it at the front and moved everything forward until this came up to here.
To create the hot rod's truck bed required removing the rear seat, then moving the top forward and customizing it to fit. To compensate for the uneven surface height along the fender, the higher sections at the rear were customized into decorative air scoops to accent the new two-seater pickup. Auto archaeology aside, the donor car has the front end Alan desperately needs.
My biggest concern going forward with this project is the front end. That front end is shaped a certain way from Oldsmobile. It's like a teardrop. It goes off on both sides symmetrically. On the car, from the pictures we have from Jerry, it shows the original car having that shape. When we got this car in from Texas, it was this way, not that way.
Unfortunately, it turns out the donor car is not the easy solution.
It's still in really rough shape.
It's not that bad. I mean, if we got it stripped and then we blasted it, straighten it out, it's workable. It's just gonna take some time, unfortunately, which we have very little of.
So I think we need a parts car for the parts car.
On closer inspection, the donor car is rusted out. The teardrop front end is useless. So the Mission Impossible assignment is to find yet another rare 1954 Oldsmobile Super 88.
All right, got it. It's very cold out, and by the time we get there, it's gonna be dusk. All ingredients for a recipe of disaster. So I'm excited.
The hunt is on. A junkyard just outside Philadelphia might have a second 50-year-old donor car. All the crew needs are fenders to make the trip worthwhile, but the odds aren't good. Among acres and acres of wrecks, finding the right Olds 88 is certainly a case of a needle in the haystack.
I'm gonna see a rockin' 88.
Priority was a fender. We need a fender section to help us patch rather than have to spend all those hours making that other one, because there's a lot of time in that.
With the fender search ongoing, the crew is moving forward on the interior. The custom upholstery on the door panels needs to be recreated from scratch.
I'm going to try to make a pattern from this paper for the new door panel. There's nothing much left of the original.
To create new custom panels, the tissue paper pattern is transferred to firm cardboard that will support the upholstery. Not as easy a task as it sounds.
The holes on this panel appear to be different than the holes on the door, because we're not getting a line up here.
A misalignment now could mean trouble later with the hardware. Meanwhile,
I think this is it, fellas. Grill opening looks the same, the fenders look the same. It's got the same front bumper brackets. It's got the same splash shield. This is it. And it looks like we got a decent chunk of fender here, too. And this piece here is the piece I need. The one we got off our parts car was all rotted, and it was rotted all here, so this looks like it's pretty decent. Two pieces. We got it. We did it. We're out of here.
now the exterior restoration can move forward again. But the vehicle's interior still holds some mysteries.
This panel appears to be slightly different than that one. The metal piece, the top piece, is all the way back here in the photo. So you have a chrome, let's call it a chrome seam.
Right.
And then you have an upholstery seam here. Yeah.
A bit of auto archaeology reveals the custom armrest is from a 1956 Chrysler. The upholstery pattern comes from one of Jerry Ike's amazing photos.
This all has to be rolled and pleated up to this line here. From here on up, it's white and smooth, black and smooth, and I think this, we believe this is carpet black.
The custom is coming together, but not fast enough. With the Chicago World of Wheels car show now only 4 weeks away, the crew is paying a heavy price and long hours.
We were here last night till 11 o'clock, which meant that we didn't get home till 12:30, and I get up at 4:30, so that's 3 hours worth of sleep. And those days catch up to you.
Working above and beyond the call of duty makes restorers a little edgy.
I spent 5 hours Friday cleaning up the mess that my coworkers and managers have been making, and now I'm stopping again to clean up after them. because evidently what the process is they teach the younger guys to clean up after themselves all the time, but as soon as you hit, I guess, 50, you don't have to clean up after yourself anymore. Somebody else cleans up after you.
Nerves are frayed, but the beat goes on.
This is what Joanne's Dream originally had on the front of it, which is the original front end of a 54 Oldsmobile. And when they put their other piece on, they hacked this piece up, which is the inner fender for this car. I have to have this inner section done first. I'm gonna pretty much just tack everything together. I mean, I'm gonna use hardware to hold it into place. I'm gonna tack these both inner fender sides in here, weld them in there. That way I can then start, you know, piecing the front end back together the way it was.
A lot of hard work may get the body done, but replacing the customized windshield is a major roadblock to finishing the makeover on time.
Because this car, the roof was chopped, the stock windshield is now 4 inches too tall, and it's also too wide, so it has to get cut. We're gonna cut the glass using the sandblaster. I'm gonna make a cardboard template of the windshield opening first, take the cardboard, transfer it to a piece of steel, and then take the piece of steel and lay it on top of the new window. And then once I get that done, I'll clamp it down and actually sandblast the edge of the steel. And it'll end up giving us a nice fine line, which is what we need without cracking the glass. The actual cutting went well. Left a rough edge. We're not sure how to grind glass. Nobody around here has ever done it, so I'm just gonna try a couple things on the practice windshield first and see how it comes out. I can add one more thing onto my resume now. All I need is male modeling and I'm complete.
But this was only a test. The next windshield will be for all the marbles.
I'm scared. I hope it fits. I don't know. There's only one good piece of glass, and around here I have a bad reputation with windshields. I've broken quite a few in my day.
The team is rising to new challenges. They know working on a custom car is a rare opportunity. Patching rotted fenders on a classic like this one is more than a repair job.
It's nice to work on this kind of stuff because it involves more of an artistic aspect to it. You're not just fixing something that was there, you know. We're creating something that is unique. I mean, this car, in every stage when we do something, it's coming along and it's looking different and it's getting more and more towards the goal of what we're shooting for. And it's nice that I get to work with my father and all the guys here. I mean, we're all great and we're having a good time and we're getting to build these cars that, you know, most people wish, you know, they could do. It's a treat, it's a real treat.
A small reward helps, but the car is due in Chicago in less than 2 weeks. There's no end in sight to the grind.
My dad and I got here at 9 o'clock on Sunday, and we've been working since.
We were here all night last night, burning the midnight oil. We only have 10 days to finish the car, and it's like 2 months worth of work left to do to it.
Even with the clock ticking against them, the crew's pushing for the show-quality finish their restorations are famous for. The progress has been remarkable.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
Yeah. All right, so I saw this a few days ago, and I know this was going this way.
A few days ago, this thing was all over the place.
And there were no parts on the front. What'd you do?
We've come a long way. I mean, since our trip to the junkyard, so I got the fenders molded in, then I did all the lead to the seams and everything. Then I welded the stainless trim that was separate from the fenders to the actual fenders. So all of this is a section of the donor hood that we got from our parts car. These were the fender sections from the junkyard that we got, and then all this trim here that's now one piece was all separate and welded and leaded together. The whole shape is entirely different.
This looks like the photos.
Right, yeah, it's exactly the way it was.
All your hard work is for the good. When we're in Chicago, you're standing next to this car, all the girls are gonna go crazy.
Yeah, all the 60-year-old ladies. That's just about it. Girls in my generation have never seen anything like this.
When we come back, the new windshield turns into a disaster.
How long does it take to get another piece of glass?
We can't get one. We have to go with something else.
And Alan thinks the unthinkable.
I don't know if we're gonna make it.
Restoration expert Alan Lewenthal has just 1 week to complete the rebuild of a custom car from the early 60s. Long hours and delays might be too much for Alan's crew to overcome.
Actually, I'm not feeling too bad today. I hope that's not like the calm before the storm. Like I'm gonna have like a stroke or something, you know? Came to work yesterday at 7:30 and I'm still here.
With time running out, Alan has put on a full-court press. The coach has come off the sidelines.
We're prepping the wheel wells for paint. I'm a wheel well specialist. That's what they call me. All hands are on deck. We have 1 week before the car needs to be in a trailer shipping to Chicago. I don't know if we're gonna make it.
With the custom vehicle still unpainted a week before the Chicago Car Show, it's crunch time for the bodywork.
Could be an all-nighter again tonight, and I can't do an all-nighter. I'll probably drop over dead.
The bodywork is turned into a sanding marathon with 36-hour shifts. Sleep comes whenever, wherever.
Going for a ride. I'm gonna try to get some sleep because I got a long night ahead of me again, and if I don't get some sleep, I'll never make it. So I'm gonna see if I can sleep for an hour.
Despite the long hours, the crew is going full throttle, but it never seems to be enough.
It don't seem like I have enough time. Still got the sanding to do on this. We still got the motor to put in. Gotta keep going. Gotta keep going.
Marquis has been through a big struggle with this one. This has been a long battle over building this car the right way and making it correct. It's dedication, and they all have dedication.
The exhaustive schedule is crushing the crew. The marathon bodywork has put real pressure on getting the custom painted. After an all-night masking job, the paint goes on. Guided by Jerry Ike's photographs, the final color is a candy apple orchid pink.
Wow, that's really something.
We should get a sign made. If you're touching this car, you better be naked.
To achieve the fabled luster and depth, a custom candy apple paint job takes more than half a dozen coats of paint and lacquer.
That's right around 36 hours a week. I'm very tired. I'm exhausted. My body's ready to collapse. I'm done.
But replacing the windshield still looms ahead. The test windshield proved sandblasting can cut the glass. However, with only one replacement windshield, cutting is a risky operation. The test glass cut easily, but it was 50 years old. This new windshield is made from modern glass.
Doesn't seem to be cutting as easy as the test glass did. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
What was going on wasn't good.
Yeah, that's broken.
Pat said that this glass was so much harder than the used one we did, the first one we did, which makes sense because it's probably higher grade. It's a costly mistake because it's not free. The first one was free.
How long does it take to get another piece of glass?
We can't get one. We have to go with something else. Now I have to either do Lexan or acrylic or something like that, and I got to try to make that happen today. Otherwise, I can't continue.
Despite this major setback, the crew presses on. The excavated holes in the fender get new chrome pipes to restore the custom's unique stack exhaust system. But the Rocket 88 power plant the stacks connect to is causing the crew some problems. A critical test reveals the restored engine has a disastrous flaw.
Looks like my intake's leaking pretty bad here. Yeah, it's bad. Horrible news at a horrible time.
I hate those freaking gaskets. I really do. I hate those gaskets.
The metal head gasket is a bit touchy and requires extra sealant to prevent leaks. A working engine is essential to qualify for the car show.
For Chicago, we need the car to move under its own power to be judged. It needs to be started, move up, move back, and that's the requirements that they have as part of its mechanical check.
We're all excited to hear it run. What's it going to sound like? It's like hearing a baby talk for the first time. What's his voice going to be like, you know?
Let's do it.
Hold.
For the mechanics, fire from the carburetor means the exhaust is going the wrong way. For Alan, it means something completely different.
Stress, and more stress. Well, now we are 26 hours away from either putting this car on a trailer or bagging this Chicago deal completely. There's just been a lot of things happening here.
The restoration has become a desperate race. The finished car has to be on the road to Chicago in a matter of hours. Even if the body is completely reassembled, all is lost without a working engine and a windshield.
That's neutral. One up. All right, go back.
The Chicago show just got a little closer. But there's one more major hurdle to go, the windshield. Alan has come to DGM Chrome Plating for a last-ditch try at making a replacement. Using their high-intensity electric oven, Alan hopes to mold a piece of Lexan plastic into a new windshield. No one has ever tried this before.
Do you want to say like anything, like a prayer or anything before I close this door?
No. We'll just keep cracking the door. That's all.
For Alan, it's all trial and hopefully no errors.
The laminated glass is already baking.
Doesn't seem to be hurting the...
The Lexan's not doing anything.
It's the glass.
The glass is getting messed up.
Yeah. 315, 320. Ready?
Oh! That's incredible.
The gamble has paid off. The Lexan has taken shape without melting.
We have a clear windshield.
That's awesome.
But now, can they get it installed in time?
It was months, then it was weeks, then it was days. Now we're down to hours, and soon it's going to be minutes. And there's going to be a big white trailer sitting outside empty, and I'm hoping we can fill it with this Oldsmobile.
It'll take drag strip speed for the crew to reassemble the 54 Olds Custom before the transporter arrives. But the next few hours will be the payoff. After weeks of exhausting work, the finishing touches will complete the resurrection of a one-of-a-kind personal interpretation of automotive styling, a classic 60s custom car. Chevrolet Corvette taillights accent the sleek customized quarter panels. 63 Mercury Comet taillight trim punctuates the unique exhaust stacks. Added teeth transform the 55 DeSoto grille into an eye-catching centerpiece. 59 Plymouth Belvedere side trim provides a bold slash and a candy apple feel. A creative plastic reproduction of the windshields completes the radically modified roof. 63 Chevy Impala bucket seats underscore the near-regal tone of the passenger compartment. Elegant hardwood slats and candy apple inserts define the truck bed, the central modification that transformed a 1954 Oldsmobile Coupe into a creative interpretation of style and function. With the classic custom reassembled, the team has less than 24 hours to transport it to the Chicago Car Show. But the last hurdle is under the hood. Time for a road test, with the transport trailer due in just minutes.
Nice and easy.
If something blows now, there's no time to fix it.
It's very exciting. We're just all very, very tired. The energy level is just, I'm in overdrive right now.
The road test was a success. Time to go to Chicago. But it's 4 a.m. and the drive from Philly could take 14 hours. The entry deadline is 9 p.m. tonight. It's going to be close. When we come back, Alan's Custom gets a surprise reception in Chicago.
Jimmy!
It's taken nearly 4 months to strip, patch, and shape Alan Lewenthal's rundown early 60s Custom back into show car condition. In the final week, the team worked around the clock. The custom hot rod had to be ready for the World of Wheels auto exhibition in Chicago. Now the team's about to find out if their work has resurrected an award-winning show car. In chilly January, Chicago plays host to one of the largest exhibitions of automobile technology ever assembled. To expand their business, Alan and his restoration team are here to stake a claim in the world of show cars. An important step for the shop's success, one they almost missed.
I didn't think we could make it. I gave 11 o'clock Wednesday night the cutoff time. That was it. Thursday at 4 a.m., the car was in a trailer, and here we are. Big payoff.
Taking home awards from here won't be easy. The World of Wheels has more than 400 vehicles on exhibit, including some of the most dramatic examples of car customizing ever seen. The Batmobile, Kit from Knight Rider, and the Munsters Hot Rod are all the work of George Barris, a builder of extreme cars since the 60s. George Barris is recognized around the world as the king of customizers. Even though the Barris cars aren't entered, Alan's Custom Hot Rod is in for some serious competition. Alan's vehicle was a star in Chicago area car shows more than 45 years ago. He hopes his restoration will recapture the vehicle's former glory. One car show veteran who remembers Alan's custom 54 Olds agrees to apply the finishing touch to the restoration.
Well, after we've been talking with all the old-timers that know the car so well, we met Pat, who is a brush master and a phenomenal pinstriper, and he's going to do some custom pinstriping on the car to really bring it back to its period correct time in 1962.
Classic customs often sport decorative paint jobs. For many, flames and pinstriping add a touch of distinction. But there's nothing like a name to set a car apart from the crowd.
Unbelievable
What do you think, my friend?
work. I love it. It is just beautiful. Thank you so much.
It's been a real privilege to do it for you.
The team's hard work and dedication has paid off. Joanne's dream is back and a contender among the top custom cars at this show. But Alan knows that they share the credit. Beyond collecting scraps of history and awards, he's come to Chicago to reunite Joanne's dream with the man who made the restoration possible.
Jerry?
Yes?
Unbelievable. Alan, how are you? Unbelievable. We were fortunate enough to have a photographer come along with pictures that we've seen during the whole restoration. Came here today to see Jerry Ike and let him see this car in person. Let's go see it.
All right.
It's a monumental reconnection. It's the first time Jerry Ike has seen this custom in over 45 years.
The color, got the side trim on it.
This is my manager, Jim Klotz.
Hi there, how you doing?
Great to meet you.
Great
to meet you, Jerry.
It looked like back in '63. It really looks good, boy. Really looks good. They did a great job on it. Unbelievable.
Alan's phone call to Jerry triggered a rewarding collaboration. His 60s photos proved to be the Rosetta Stone that guided the restoration. It's a special moment for Jerry.
Jerry, thank you so much. It was fantastic meeting you.
In 1963, the Custom Olds was a prize winner. Today, history repeats itself.
Congratulations, you're one of the top 20.
Jimmy! What's up? Top 20.
After all the hard work, it's an emotional moment for Alan.
We need to get a picture of you.
Among all the customs on exhibit, Joanne's Dream has been recognized as one of the 20 outstanding cars in the show. The following morning, the recognition of the team's outstanding resurrection of the Dream car continues.
Outstanding full radical hand-built truck. Go ahead, have it. There you go.
And then, after a surprise visit from the king of customizers, George Barris, the team receives the prize they wanted most, the Barris Elegance Award.
Did we just win? Did we just win?
We want to give the Barris the Elegance Award here in Chicago World Wheel Show for one of the most unique customs I've seen in a long time. Them guys restored it and did a tremendous job.
After a long, tough road, Alan and the team have the payoff they've been hoping for.
Can't get any better than this, guys. You know, it's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Gotta call my wife now.
Congratulations, pal.
I feel like I just won the Olympics. This is a highlight of my life.
Can't believe all our hard work has paid off to have one of the highest custom car builders appreciate our car and call it the most elegant of the show is unbelievable.
It is a good thing that we didn't stop. You know what they say? Perseverance.
Perseverance.
Perseverance. Perseverance. Winner! We won the Barris Award, so that'll be documented. I can leave the planet. I'm good to go.
After more than 45 years, a dream has been restored, and a new page in the history of this remarkable vehicle has been written. It's a fitting end to an often painful journey.
It's been a good ride. It really has. And what happens is, you seem to sense that you've done the right thing. You forget about, I guess it's like childbirth. My wife says that after the child's born, you forget about the pain. And it's the same thing with this. You forget about the hours, you forget about how tired you are, and you're living the dream. And that's it. It doesn't get any better.
Joanne's Dream is back. After nearly 4 months of tough work and more than $100,000, the team has returned the glamorous custom to its show car status. With 4 awards at Chicago World of Wheels exhibition, Joanne's Dream promises to be the astonishing calling card Alan's team had hoped for. And it's only just begun.